Good morning, friends, and thank you to everyone who joined me this morning where we talked about different types of things around our house that were made out of plants, and we also sang some fun songs. So I'd like to continue with some of that stuff today in this video. Okay, so can you guys help me sing hello? Ready? Hello, cha-cha-cha, hello, cha-cha-cha, hello, and how are you? Cha-cha-cha, I'm fine, cha-cha-cha, I'm fine, cha-cha-cha, and I hope that you are too, cha-cha-cha. Okay, guys, so let's start off with our calendar. So, who remembers the name of our new month? It begins with the letter M. What is it? It is May. Can we say May? May. Good. We're in the month of May. We're in the month of May. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. We're in the month of May. We're in the month of May. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Very good, guys. Okay, let's count how many days we have so far in May. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. What number comes after 4? It is 5. Today is May 5th, or Cinco de Mayo. Can we say 5? 5. And what year is it? Our year is 2020. Can we say that together? Ready? 2020. So it is May 5th, 2020. So let's figure out what day of the week it is. So yesterday was Monday. Now let's figure out what today is. We have Sunday, Monday. What day comes after Monday? Good, it's Tuesday. Can we say Tuesday? Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Now let's figure out what tomorrow will be. We have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. What day comes after Tuesday? It's Wednesday. Can we say Wednesday? Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Wednesday, and we will do another small group tomorrow. So now let's go over all of the stuff we've been learning about. So the first thing we did yesterday was this new letter. What letter is this, friends? We said it looks like a certain animal. It is the letter S. Can we say S? S. And what sound did S make? Remember, we said it looks like an animal. What animal is that? We said it looks like a snake, right? We can see like a snake body curls here. And what sound does a snake make? It says S, right? And that's what sound our letter makes. It's a snake letter. It looks like a snake and sounds like one. So could we say S for snake? One more time, can we say S? Says S for snake. Very good. So our new sight word, or I think we may have done it like I said yesterday, but that's okay. I was just looking for one of our sight words that began with our letter of the week. Was S-E-E. What does S-E-E spell? This is see, right? Like I see my friends with my eyes. Can we say see? See. Or I see the guinea pigs. Can we say see? So who can come up with a sentence for see? Very good. So we're going to do our new word family, which is the E-T word family, right? And we said E-T says et, right? It's not a word, but it's an ending we can use to make new words. So the first one we did was the letter P. What sound does P make, friends? P says p, p. And now we're going to add et. So we have p, et, p, et, p, et. What word is that? That is pet. Can we say pet? Pet. Then we're going to put the letter W. What sound does W make? Oh, I just told you, whatever. What sound does W make? W says wah, wah, right? And now we're going to add at. So we have wah, at, wah, at, wah, at. What word do we hear? It is wet, right? Like we get wet in the rain. Could we say wet? Good. Then we had this letter. What letter is this? This is N. And what sound does N make? N says na, na, right? Like nose. So now we're going to add at. We have na, at, na, at, na, at. What word do we hear? It is net. Could we say net? Nets, right? Like you catch something in a net. And we had also done this one last week, and then we'll do the one we learned yesterday, and we'll do a new one too. What letter is this? This is the letter G, right? And what sound does G make? G says g, g. And now we're going to add at. So we have g, at, g, at, g, at. This is the word get, right? Like, can you get me that toy? The last one we learned yesterday was this. What letter is this, friends? This is V, right? And what sound does V make? V says the, right? It kind of tickles our lip. The. Now we're going to add at. We have the, at, the, at, the, at. What word do we hear? That's vet, right? A vet is an animal doctor. So I've told you guys I've been there several times. When my guinea pigs get sick, I take them to the vet, and my vet is a special doctor, and she takes care of sick animals. Could we say vet, vet? We'll do one new one today. This is a huge word family. We might not even do all of them just because it's a lot. Okay, what letter is this? This is the letter J, right? And what sound does J make? J says ja, ja. And now we're going to add, oops, that's totally the wrong color. We're going to add at to that. So we have ja, at, ja, at, ja, at. What word do we hear? This is jet. Can we say jet? Now, jet is like a really fast plane, okay? Can we say jet, jet? So you guys can repeat after me. We'll say them all together. Remember, they're all going to rhyme because they have the same ending sounds. So we have pet, pet, wet, wet, net, net, get, get, vet, vet, jet, jet. Very good. Okay. So we are also going to go over the new stuff we are learning for May. So we got two new numbers this month. Our first one was a 1 and a 7. Does anyone remember what a 1 and a 7 makes? What number is that? That is 17. Can we say 17? 17. And then our other one is a 1 and an 8. What number is a 1 and an 8, guys? It is 18. Can we say 18? 18. So one more. Ooh, that 8 is like really hard to say. Sort of better. I don't know. Sorry. Okay, ready? 17, 17, 18, 18. Very good. Those are our two new numbers. So we also have a new color and a new shape. Come on. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so I'm going to draw our new shape. Well, it's not really so new to you guys because we learned this shape like in September. It's more of a review because this shape has a lot of definitions or ways that we can describe it. So that's why we're going to review it. Okay, that came out horrible, but pretend it didn't. Okay, what shape is this supposed to be? It's a square. Good. Can we say square? Square. Now, we know it's a square, right? Looking at it, but why is it a square? That's what's important to focus on here. So let's start, because there's 3 things we need to know. The first one is, how many sides does it have? Right, it is 4 curved or straight sides, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we say 4 straight sides? 4 straight sides. And it also has 4 what? We have 4 right angles, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 right angles. Can we say 4 right angles? 4 right angles. So we have 4 straight sides and 4 right angles. Now, there's something that makes a square special. Remember, rectangles also have 4 straight sides and 4 right angles. So what makes the square special? What's different about its sides that make it special? Good. All the sides are the same, right? All the sides have to be the same size. So if we have like a long one and a short one, it's not going to work. It's not a square. So we need to say all the sides are the same. Can we say that? All the sides are the same, right? So we have 4 straight sides, 4 right angles, and all the sides are the same for our square. Now, our color of the month is this. Remember, I haven't had a chance to actually go get our color and shape, so make it. What color is this, friends? Good, this is purple. Can we say purple, purple? Right? And we might see a lot of purple flowers this time of year. Like I saw some purple pansies the other day, and I think I saw a purple lily. I don't remember. But there are lots of purple flowers. There even could be purple tulips. So it's a good color to know for this month. Can we say purple, purple? Good. And speaking of plants, we are learning all about plants, right? So let's check in with our lima bean plant, or at least what's left of it, because I broke some of it yesterday. So let me go grab that and we'll check in with it. Okay, so we will look at our 2 remaining lima bean plants, and they look pretty good. We can see some more growth here. Now, again, as you can see, our seed is actually starting to peel off. It's starting to rot a little bit too, but it's not going to need it for much longer, so that's actually okay. Soon this part's going to peel right off, and we'll be able to see, you could see it a little bit here, but the bean part, the leaves, are actually starting to develop, okay? We could see the stem is here. Here are the roots. In here is where the leaves are going to be. So once this peels off, we'll be able to see the leaves, okay? And inside here, eventually will be where the bean part will start to grow, so we can make new lima beans, okay? But you could see here, the stem's getting pretty long, and the roots are starting to come out. This is still our shoot. It's not quite fully grown. Our other one's starting to make a little bit more progress. You could see here the stems coming up, but our roots are pretty long on this one, okay? You can see the roots are growing pretty long. Again, this part is coming off, this old seed coat. We don't need this anymore. Inside here are the leaves of the plant that are growing, okay? So this is starting to peel off. Again, we won't need it for much longer. Luckily, this one's not rotting like the other one is, but again, we're not going to need this seed coat. And it's actually, when I touch it, it's actually just peeling right off, as you could see, because the plant's not going to need it for much longer. I'm going to let it fall off by itself because I don't want to break another plant, but it gives you a pretty good idea of where our plant's at. It's starting to leave our little seedling baby stage and starting to get into the grown-up stage where it will have leaves and then start to make seeds or new beans of its own that we could replant. So we're getting somewhere. I'm going to keep putting this in the window with our sun. I'm going to keep putting water on the paper towel. Remember, our paper towel is working like the soil. I'm going to keep the top of the bag open so the air gets in, and it should continue to grow. And hopefully in a couple of days, we'll start to see what the grown-up plant looks like, because we see it's starting to get there. Let me just pause this and put it back in the window. Okay, so friends, yesterday we had talked about how we use plants, right? And we talked about that there's so many different things we use plants for. The most obvious one is what we're doing right now. Every time we go, what am I doing? I'm breathing, right? How do I breathe? Well, I breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. So where does that oxygen come from? Well, we said our plants give off oxygen to help us breathe, okay? Without oxygen, we can't breathe, people can't breathe, and neither can animals. So plants give us the oxygen that we need to breathe, okay? And we also give the plants something, right? Every time we breathe out carbon dioxide, which we give to our plant friends. And then our plant friends give back oxygen, okay? So we both help each other. We give them carbon dioxide, they give us oxygen. Okay, and without our oxygen, we can't breathe. Obviously, a big problem. So without plants, we wouldn't be able to breathe. So that's super important, number one. The second thing we said is that we use plants for food, obviously, right? We know we eat carrots and apples and all kinds of fruits and vegetables. But we said we also can make things like plant their ingredients or parts of things that we can make. Okay. Like we said, when we eat pasta and cereal and crackers and all that, they have wheat in them, right? Which is little seeds. And I remember today a couple of my friends, like Olivia and Franklin, and maybe somebody else, I apologize if I don't remember, had brought in bread, right? And we said that bread was made from wheat, okay? So our wheat helps make different items. We also said that like there's lots of other things. Like we said, there was tomatoes and tomato sauce. Okay, we also eat rice, which is little tiny seeds. We can use vegetables and fruits and other parts of plants and all kinds of things. So we definitely use them to eat. And not just us, we said like animals, right? Like guinea pigs and other animals eat plants too. So they give us a source or a thing of food. So another thing we said is that we can use plants to make things, right? We said our clothes are made out of cotton, right? They're made out of cotton from the cotton plant. And a lot of my friends showed me today the clothes they are wearing are made from cotton. We also said that trees give us so many things that we make, right? We said like paper, right, is made out of trees, right? The wood from trees is made into paper. Obviously, we use paper for lots of things, so very important. We also use the wood from trees to build things like furniture, okay? Like this board's made out of wood, the table the computer's on is made out of wood. Our houses that we live in, like my whole apartment, again, we can't see because it's on the wall, is made out of wood, okay? And animals also use trees and plants to make their homes, right? We said like birds and squirrels live in trees. So plants are very important for so many different reasons. And one more thing was we also said that plants can be found in medicine, okay? Medicine, a lot of medicine is made out of plants. So all these things are super important, which is why we need plants. So we're going to read a book today more about eating plants because like we said again, that's how people and animals get food. It's from plants. So this book is called The Vegetables We Eat by Gail Gibbons. We've read a few Gail Gibbons books, so you might recognize some of the pictures look like hers. Look at all these vegetables. Vegetables are the parts of plants that are grown to be eaten. Most are annuals. Some are perennials. So what does that mean? Perennials are plants that grow for many growing seasons without having to be replanted. Annuals are plants that only grow for one season and then have to be replanted to grow again. Here are some vegetables and fruits. We have lettuce, corn, potatoes, peppers, tomatoes, and beans. It is good for us to eat vegetables. They are nutritious and help our bodies to stay strong and healthy. They're tasty too. We eat vegetables in many different ways. So here they're just cutting them up and eating them raw, or means not cooked, in a salad. But in this case, they're cooking the vegetables. Look, here they're having potatoes and peas, but French fries. And you know what French fries are made out of, friends? They're made out of potatoes. Here we're having a salad. Here they made vegetable soup out of the vegetables. And this person is eating vegetables with dip. So again, we can use vegetables as ingredients or parts of things, right? Like we don't always just have to eat it. We can cook it, things like with potatoes or soup. Vegetables grow to be different shapes, sizes, and colors. Botanists, a person who is a scientist who studies plants, group the different types of vegetables according to the parts of the vegetable that is eaten. There are 8 groups of vegetables. We have leaves like lettuce, bulbs like onions, flower buds like cauliflower, roots like beets, tubers like potatoes, stems like celery, fruit like tomatoes, and the seeds like beets. We talked about that a lot already, but you guys already know that. You're super smart. Leaf vegetables. We eat the leaves of these vegetables. Iceberg lettuce, romaine lettuce, Bib lettuce, red lettuce leaf, and some other leaf vegetables like cabbage, watercress, parsley, spinach, and Brussels sprouts are all leaves that we can eat. Bulb vegetables. We eat the bulbs that grow beneath the ground. Like, here's a white Spanish onion, a yellow globe onion, red globe onion, sweet dahlia onion. leeks, and scallions are all types of bulbs. The flower buds of these vegetables are eaten as well. Here's white snowball cauliflower, cheddar cauliflower, purple cauliflower. Bet you didn't know cauliflower could come in different colors. And some other flower buds we can eat are artichokes and broccoli. Root vegetables. The roots of these vegetables are eaten. They grow under the ground, like early wonder beets, Detroit dark red beets, red ace beets. And it says some people eat the beet greens. Now, I've never eaten them, but you know who has eaten them? Last time my mom had the beet greens. We personally don't eat them in my family, but guess who I gave them to? Yeah, my mom gave me her leftover greens, and I gave them to the guinea pigs. Here are some other root vegetables we could eat. Parsnips, carrots, radishes, rutabagas, and turnips are all roots or parts that grow underground that we eat. Tubers. The edible parts of these vegetables, the tuber, grow beneath the ground, like Kennebec, I think that's how you say it, I have no idea, guys. Potatoes, yellow Yukon Gold potatoes, red Northland potatoes, russet Burbank potatoes, and purple potatoes. Purple Peruvian potatoes. How crazy is that? You guys ever eaten a purple potato? You know, I actually have. They taste pretty good. Stem vegetables. The stems of these vegetables are eaten. Some stem vegetables are perennials, which means they come back over and over. We have golden self-blanching celery. Celery is an annual, which means it doesn't come, it needs to be replanted each time. Here are some other celeries: Ford hook celeries, giant Pascal celeries, asparagus, and rhubarb. Fruit vegetables. Here are some fruit vegetables we eat. So remember, anything that has seeds in it is a fruit, even if we eat it like a vegetable. If it has seeds, it's automatically a fruit. So some of these fruit vegetables are best boy tomatoes, beef eater tomatoes, ultra sweet tomatoes, yellow tomatoes, sugar plum tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. Some other fruit vegetables are eggplant, cucumber, yellow squash, hot peppers, zucchini, buttersquash, pumpkin, and sweet peppers. So they all have seeds in them. Seed vegetables. We eat the seeds of these plants. Some seed vegetables grow in pods. Sometimes the pods are eaten too. Like with green beans, we eat the outside and the inside, right? The outside part's the pod. Here are yellow wax beans, pole beans, kidney beans, navy beans, and lima beans. This is the guy we grew in the window. Some other seed vegetables are green peas, snow peas. Corn is a seed vegetable that does not have a pod. Instead, it has this green stuff, which is a husk. We do not eat the husks, we peel that part off, but we do eat the yellow seeds. So what is a soybean? Something we use in so many things, actually. So all these foods here have soybeans in them. So soybeans are a special seed vegetable. They can be used in many ways. Some soybeans are used to make food items like margarine, tofu, soy sauce. The name says it. Okay. But not just food. They can be used to make non-food items as well. Like sometimes soy is used in paint, paper, plastic, cloth, and soap. Isn't that crazy? We also use it to make soy milk. I forgot that part. So soy is actually a vegetable, and it's in a lot of different things that we can eat. So how do vegetables grow? How to grow your own vegetable garden. When it gets warm enough, many people enjoy planting, growing, and harvesting their own vegetables. Most often they buy packets of seeds. That was that little paper packet that the lima beans came in. And they have directions. Fertilizers are substances added to the soil as food for plants. A shovel is used to dig holes and turn the soil. A rake is used to smooth out the soil or make it flat so it's ready for planting. Some people plant starter plants called seedlings. So seedling is our little baby plant. They put it right into the ground. So it's already started to grow. Most of the time, vegetable seeds or starter plants are planted in straight rows or circles. Sometimes string or sticks are used to help the plants stand up straight. When seeds are planted in circles or covered with a mound of soil, we call this a hill. So here's our starter baby plant. Here's the seeds like we used. A trowel is a shovel that's used to dig small holes for seeds and seedlings. The garden must be weeded and watered regularly. The plants then begin to grow. So remember, weeds are plants that grow where we don't want them to, so we have to take them out, because what the problem is then they'll start to steal the nutrients or the vitamins from the plants we do want growing, okay? And we don't want that, so we take them out. In cities, many people grow vegetables in containers. Now, this is what we had to do here, okay? Like, I do not have a backyard. So when we were growing our carrot plants, right, we grew it in that little container. And I grew my lima bean in the window because I didn't have a backyard. The vegetable plants become bigger until they're ready for harvesting. So now we do not do this, but out in the country, people can do this because they have more land. Create big vegetable farms. So here's what a vegetable farm looks like. Farmers fertilize the soil, which means they're adding nutrients and vitamins to it. Then the fields are plowed. So this is a plow, okay? It turns over the soil. A harrow smooths out the soil so it's ready for planting. And a planter, they actually have a machine for this, plants the seeds in straight lines. Big sprinkler systems are used to water the vegetable plants. So think about it. There's lots of plants. If they were to go around with like a little watering can, that would take hours. So they don't do that. They get these big sprinklers like this, and it waters the plants all at the same time. At the end of the growing season, the vegetables are harvested. Some vegetables are picked by hand, where others are harvested or picked by machines. Because again, they have a lot of these. So we want to make sure that they can do it in a quick amount of time, right? If they were to sit there and pick every single vegetable, it would take hours. So they invented machines to help them pick it. Now, where do these vegetables go? Refrigerator trucks haul the vegetables to processing plants. There they will be washed and sorted. Some are frozen, some are canned, and the rest will be sold fresh, right? We don't just get fresh food from the grocery stores. A lot of times we have frozen vegetables, like I have frozen peas in my freezer right now, or they can come in cans as well. That helps keep it fresh or ready to eat for longer than if we just sell it like this. The vegetables are then shipped to the grocery store near and far for people to buy. So they go on trucks, boats to get to the store. At grocery stores, fresh vegetables are on display. Canned vegetables are on shelves. Frozen vegetables are found in the freezer section. Some people buy fresh vegetables at farm stands. It's fun to pick out what to buy. Look at all these delicious vegetables. So here are some fun facts about vegetables. Benjamin Franklin introduced soybean seeds from France to the United States around 1800, which was a really long time ago. More than half the world's soybeans are actually grown here in the United States. Potato plants originally came from South America. There are about 300 different types of potatoes. About 1/3 of all the vegetables grown in the United States actually grow in California, which is all the way on the other side of the country. The province of Ontario, which is like above us, grows the most vegetables in Canada. The longest bean is called the yard-long bean. It can grow to be about 3 feet long. Think about that. That's 3 rulers long. It's huge. It's almost as big as you guys. Vegetables can be grown using water filled with nutrients. No soil is used. This type of gardening is called hydroponics. So they use water filled with nutrients and takes the place of soil. Don't forget, it's important to eat vegetables. They are good for you. So those are some of the types of vegetables we eat. Now, they didn't put it in this book, which I probably should have, but we don't just use soybeans to make food, right? We said we use wheat, the seed, to help us make lots of important things like cereal and pasta and bread too. And sometimes we actually use ground up corn to make similar things like tortillas and chips, okay? So we use vegetables to make lots of other things too that we eat. Potato chips, right, are made from potatoes. They showed the french fries, we can make potato chips from them as well. So we use vegetables and fruits in lots of different ways when we eat. So tomorrow, friends, what I'm going to ask you, speaking of eating, is we're going to do a counting game where we are actually going to count food, okay? So I need you guys to do is like go around your house and get a bunch of little things that you can eat, okay? Like maybe a bunch of crackers or jelly beans or grapes or raisins, goldfish, whatever you have that's small and you have a lot of. Don't bring me like a giant watermelon. That's not going to work. We need a bunch of small things. And what we're going to do is we're going to count them out and then eat them to practice subtracting, okay? Before we go, I did want to play Dinosaur Shop Make It Right with you guys, which is a game some of you played with me this morning, and some of us kind of ran out of time or were a little too distracted to play. So I want to play it with you guys right now. And those of you who did play it, it'll be good practice. So let me just move the laptop over. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to start with some dinosaurs. So how many dinosaurs? Well, we'll change the number. How many dinosaurs do we have? We have 1, 2, 3. Now what I want to know, friends, is if I want to make this group of 3 dinosaurs, I want to change it to be 4 dinosaurs. What do I have to do? Do I take a dinosaur away? Do I add dinosaurs? What can I do to make this a group of 4? Because right now we only have 3. I want to make this 4. Well, we want a bigger number, right? Because 3 is bigger than 4, so we're going to add. So how can I do that? Well, we're going to add, how many dinosaurs do you think we should add? I'm going to try 1. Let's see if that makes 4. Ready? We have 1, 2, 3, plus 1 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gave us a bigger number, right? So let's try that again. Right now I have 3 dinosaurs. 1, 2, 3. But now I want to make this 5. So I have 3. I want to make 5. Remember, 5 is a bigger number. Am I going to take something away, or am I going to add to it? We got to add, right? So let's try adding 1. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that work? We need 5. So let's keep going. Let's try adding another one. Now how many do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that worked, right? We needed to add how many? We started off with 3. 1, 2, 3, and we added 1, 2. So we needed to add 2 dinosaurs. Do 1 more. So now I have how many dinosaurs? I have 1, 2. So this time you guys tell me, how many dinosaurs do I have to add to make this 4? I'm going to add 2. Okay, let's see if this works. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that works. 2 plus another 2 dinosaurs is 4. Now, we have a computer game with this, friends. If you have time today, I would ask that you please play this game because it will give you a chance to try this out for yourself, especially for the friends who didn't get a chance to do it with me this morning. So if you guys have time today, you can go on our Building Blocks website and practice this game. So I will see you tomorrow where we will do our counting with our food. Bye.